Chamgei mising chitab kalenjin amang'u ole chamegei eng olda tugul ole itesetai inyorune tugetab Kass TV eng saishechu kakoit kasarta nebo logoiwekab emet cheitun eng tetutiet nebo longetab Kabotik nesomonwok kwane Bernard Koech. Kitaune taonitab Nairobi ole kakomwa President William Ruto kole wendi serikali kotou legut nekindeni rabinik silingishek milionishek 500 eng kenyit age tugul noto nekitorete lagok chebunu bororiosiek chemengechen eng emoni anan minorities konyor somanet kou lagok alak chebo emetab Kenya. Kong'ololi eng igorta nebo kabwatetab imanda nebo bororiosiek chemengechen nebo International Minority Rights Day nekakiyai eng State House Nairobi, kokamwa President William Ruto kole wendi legunoto kotoreti mising lagokab bororiosiek choto mengechen konyor somanet neititayat. Wendi kora ministry nebo somanet kotoboni rabinik alak cheite silingishek milionishek 200 eng kenyit age tugul chebo teksetab sukulishek, aletab tugukab somanet eng sukulishek chemite komoswek chemenye bororiosiek choto mengechen asikotoret eng kanabtaitab somanet.
Hii mkutano hatujapata hii mkutano kwa sababu tumekosa kazi ya kufanya. Hatukufanya hii mkutano kwa sababu zingine zozote. Tumefanya hii mkutano makusudi kwa sababu katiba ya Kenya inaweka lazima kwa serikali ya Kenya kuwatambua indigenous people na wale wachache katika taifa letu la Kenya. And therefore, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, 33 years ago today, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Declaration on Rights of Persons Belonging to National or Ethnic, Religious and Linguistic Minorities. That declaration remains a vital global framework and a paramount guardrail for the protection of dignity, identity, and equality of minority communities everywhere, including our great Republic of Kenya. 2 years ago, in December 2023, Kenya joined the community of nations in officially marking this important day for the first time. Today, as we convene for the third consecutive year, we take a decisive step forward from recognition to action and from promise to delivery. Today, I am pleased to announce that the Cabinet has approved the National Policy on Ethnic Minorities, Indigenous and Marginalized Communities. I will shortly launch this transformative blueprint, which provides a comprehensive roadmap for the full realization of Article 56 of the Constitution of Kenya. This policy is the product of extensive nationwide consultations with communities, civil society, county governments, and experts. It responds directly to the challenges acknowledged in this forum 2 years ago and establishes the institutional architecture we committed to build. Allow me to highlight its core pillars. First, the policy establishes a Minorities and Marginalized Communities Directorate as a central coordinating unit and provides for the creation of a National Council for Ethnic Minorities and Marginalized Communities through legislation.
Yakatestai ak logoiwekab emet ketokyinigei county nebo Uasin Gishu ole komite barak boiboiyet eng sipitalitab Kapteldon Sub-County Hospital nemite komasta nebo Kapseret yikangonyor sipitalinoto mashinit nelel nebo X-ray ak mashinishek alak chebendi kotoreti eng kanabtaitab tetutik chebo konyoiset eng sipitalinoto. Kainochi lumdaetab mashinishek choto Governor nebo Uasin Gishu Jonathan B nekamwa kole wendi kotoreti eng istoetab koimutiet nebo chiletab biik chemiondos chemokyinigei konyoiset eng sipitalit neo nebo boror noto nebo Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. Kaibu reportit noto sirindenyo kong'ete county nebo Uasin Gishu Isaac Kogei.
Kosubkei ak Governor nebo County nebo Uasin Gishu Dr. Jonathan B. Chelilim kowendi kotoreti mashinit notok eng chikiletab mionwogik chechang ako toreti kora biikab emet konyumnyumchi cheng'etab toretetab konyoiset.
Keu chebo kailyo kawek ak ng'alekab teget, ngonyitat teget kochuke kwenye nitoni asikobit konyo daktari kole ne neyomin atya kochobun kerichek kosubkei ak ole kakekerto. Ko mashinit agenge nemakinyoru ngola tugul mitei yu ak kenyoru MTRH. Cham kobendi biik chechang MTRH lakini nguno ngulien bo MTRH komeche koikotyegei biik kochikilgei. So kemeche kora siketya biik ngolin kobwa ole ngotikere ile imeche ng'alekab X-ray komatin ibanga lainda eng MTRH akoi komite sipitali nenyonet neuni ako neyoni ng'alekab SHA. So ameche ale ni ko tesetab tai neo eng nguso kumi chachuk ko nguso namba 2 ko ng'alekab afya.
Kamite yotok CEC netononjin tetutik chotok chebo konyoiset Janet Kurgat nemwoe kole eng kasarwek chechang kokikobit chiletabgei eng sipitalitab district ak Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital komakchingei biik konyoiset kobate ibunetab mashinit notok kowendi kotoreti akorekune chiletabgei eng sipitalishek chotok.
Kekere kele MTRH kobendi kopcheiwei wagonjwa chekatabendi kochilegei eng yundok kesome kele eng biik chok chebo Uasin Gishu kekere kele kakonyoru sipitalit age nenamchin boisionik MTRH ak district hospital ak sipitalishek alak chemite town simakobendi icheket ipkochilegei eng yundok. Kekere kele amu tindoi sipitalinito capacity konya biik ako diagnosan mugonjweshek chekamakat koba referral kekere kele kong'etegei rani ak betushek chemi tai komakobendi biik chok town ipkocheng'e services cheu chetindoi Kaptildan Hospital.
Kisame biikab emet koro kole karutochi sipitalishek tugul chotok chebo sub-counties eng county nebo Uasin Gishu kotinygei ak nekokotestai kokanapta kobun kandaetab mashinishek ak kerichek.
Ini biikab koroni chebo Kapseret sub-county aleni obwa keboisie sipitalinyo nebo Kaptildon chang biik chemengen kole kikere biik eng koroni kelosoni biik amu kindei all equipments.
Tutinye bahati amu sipitali nenyo nguno kokosavanech. Ngeng'ololi nguno ko catchment area nenyo anan biik chekinyoe eng yu kokong'etye Kabiyet, Mosoriot, Cheptil ak Siman Musima. Ako kong'etye kora Huruma biik kobwa yu amu services chekokikoite komi kiwango nebo barak.
In the facility neking'olole eng yu, drone we are working in collaboration ak Elsmed. So Elsmed koginyo kole to ease the movement of specimens from one point to another one, especially for highly qualified tests.
Kinyoito biik eng yu kokergei ak yekinyoito eng private anan ko elda age, lakini yu inyoigei SHA inyone buch ami akot ole keruei kiunegei beek chelolongen.
Akot kounotok kokaibor boiboiyet meng'ikab Kaptildon eng Kapseret akobo newendi kotoreti sipitalit notok konyumnyumchi icheket cheng'etab toretetab konyoiset eng nyumnyumindo.
Biik chebo Kaptildon ak biik chemenye yu ko lazima kerib sipitalini kabisa amu kokotoretech mising. Alechini biik matoba ole loo kokeibwok facilities tugul koit yu. Aya mgonjwet nekakoromit keribe ale chito kwa MTR ako keibwech SHA kinyoe biik yutok.
Kong'etegei taunetab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Kakiyai sautik chebo keretab kenyit eng kiboitinik chebo serikalitab county nebo Nandi ole kakiboisie sautik chotok kiwekta kongoi kosubkei ak kalyet koboto chametabgei nebo meng'ikab county nebo Nandi eng kenyit nekomugul akot eng kasarta nekitokchinigei igorta nebo Christmas ak tagetab kenyit nelel kinyoru Nelson Tarbei ak ripotit noto eng koindo.
Sautik choto bo keretab kenyit nebo kiboitinikab serikalitab county nebo Nandi ko kaindochi kanisetab Roman Catholic ole kamwa botoriot Dr. Vincent Murray kole tinye kit age tugul nebo kowekyi kongoi kamuktaindet meng'ikab county nebo Nandi kosubkei ak kalyet ak chametabgei.
Because Mwenyezi Mungu kwetu amekuwa mwaminifu kwamba kile chochote kile ambacho tunaomba anatujalia. Matarajio yetu katika familia zetu ametujalia. So kwa hiyo yote tushukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa yale yote ambayo ametujalia.
Kosubkei ak gavana nebo county nebo Nandi Stephen Sang, konyolu eng ketik tugul koket karisiek kole nyalu asikobit keistogei kabetetab sobonwek.
All our drivers, let us be responsible on our roads. We lose a lot of valuable lives unnecessarily because of the carelessness on our roads. Many families sink into mourning, they sink into financial struggles on account of accidents that are avoidable. When you are intoxicated, you are what? Please, let us not find ourselves on the wheels.
Kayamis ine kole borchinkei serikalit ni kokes boisionik tugul eng kenyit nenyonei amait kotoigei bolotet nebo kenyitab 2027.
We have succeeded in securing several significant, impactful projects courtesy of the love that the president has for this country and for our county. And we thank God that we started this year. A number of those projects will actually be started and completed within the year of 2026, which is the year that we are trusting God to cross over to. And therefore, we really want to appreciate the president and national government and everybody within the space that has given support to Nandi County, to our people for purposes of moving our county forward.
Kotiny ga kiboitinik 1,800 chekikitelel eng boisiet, koyamis ine kole wendi serikalit ni kolitite kaimutyonoto amait kokeskei arawetab agenge kenyit nenyonei.
And I want in a very special way to appreciate the sacrifice, the patience that the staff have displayed, and especially those staff who had been affected by that process. I want to thank you for the perseverance and the commitment and keeping the faith. And I'm sure for even those ones who have succeeded, you will appreciate that that was a worthy exercise. It was a process that was needed to secure your status and your job, not just today.
Kongeteke county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbei.
Kachut betutab ang'wan tuyet neindochini kibagengeitab Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority eng taonitab Kericho netokyinigei kinet ak ketoret biikab emoni konai malik, robinik koboto shares chekimeto chamanikwai. Mitei eunekab kibagengeinoto robinik cheite silingishek bilionishek 41 ak shares chebo olietab silingishek bilionishek 50 chetomo konai biikab kobo anan ko chamanikwai ole rutojini komoswek cheterter kibagengeinoto bo ufa eng emet komugul asikonoisechi biikab emet akobo malichoto koboto ortinwek cheimuch kosub asikonai ak kikoch malichoto. Kinyoru Robert Siele ak riportinoto eng koindo.
Kamwa director nebo kibagengeitab Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority en emoni Bernard Rono kole kitil kibagengeinoton korutechi biikab emet en ole miten asikotoret kochor kaitetab mogornotet netomo komongkei biikab emet tinoti kou Unclaimed Assets chemiten en eunekab kibagengeinoton.
Kit nekiinformenech kebwan crown ko amun kimoche keityin biik chechang. Saidi rabinichu kitindoi kobo biik chekoyosekitu chemakomuche kolany karit kobwa akoi Nairobi akonyokopangan line en ofisisiek chebo olimbo Nairobi. So ngebwone reu kebwone ketindoi biik che imuch kotorun kasisiek kotorun maswali tugul en tendit orit reu. Kitindoi biik chebo registrar chon ikoitoi shares ak ketindoi ofisaek chebo ofisisiek chok, kitindoi kora biik chebo judiciary.
Kosubkei ak Rono kotokyingei biik chesire 10,000 en county nebo Kericho komoswek chenekityin ole kacher biikab emet komongkei asikoboisien boroinoton miten en kiwanjetab Uhuru Gardens nemiten en taonitab Kericho.
Kitindoi target nebo akoi over 10,000 people en Kericho. Ako kikere kele maya nambait neketindoi nguni ako tesetai kobwone biik. So among'u ale kimiten target ak kimuche kora kemiten target nebo rabinik chemoche chekikeker kele mi kotindoi biik en olibo Kericho chetom konyoko claimen en olimbo Unclaimed Financial Assets.
Kosubkei ak afisayat nebo tilyandit nemie en kibagengeinoton nebo UFA Dr. Paul Muya kokatestai komie en betutab raini tetutienoton en betutab ang'wan ole iwang'ugei en karon en kasitab mut.
Na kufikia siku ya 4 sasa tunaelekea masaa ya jioni, tumeweza kuona hata watu zaidi wamejitokeza na tunashukuru kwamba tumeweza kutoa huduma hii bila malipo yote. Hasa muhimu ni kwamba wenyeji wamepata nafasi ya kupokea pesa ambazo wenyewe hawajazijua ziko wapi na zimeweza kutwaliwa na mamlaka, na sasa tunajaribu kukiwezekana wiki ijayo baada ya kukagua document ambazo watatupea tutaweza kuwapokeza pesa zao kupitia account ama kupitia M-Pesa.
En kasaratan kotestai koitita biikab emet en chong'indo kiwanjanoton ole Joel Sang kobun kipchimchim en county nebo Kericho ko agenge en biikab emet chekoek kelchin rutoitonyin en kiwanjanoton kangonyor toretet nekamokyingei.
Kananyone ole nanacheken ngot komi rabinikyuk offer nekakimwa kele kokoit Kericho. Ko kamongen ale tot asirin mani, lakini surprising ko kanyoru kot komi rabinikyuk chechang chekamamong'u ale tot anyoru. Ako kanait orit ketachan ale ane ko boyo mamoche atobot akaripsei kimutan haraka direct anyoru chito netai akanyoru nebo oeng akatar en haraka akamong'u ako kanyit fomisiek tugul nguno rabinikyuk kiyokwon koyob Nairobi. Ko kaker chi age tugul netom inyon akot ndaengen ile metinye rabinik icheken amu sait age komi chito neung'en nekibakakta rabinik akobetyo rabinik kobur rabinik en offer.
En ane ko kaboiboenji amun kimi babatab lagochon ko kimatakwam ko konakas kekure kele obwan Kericho ale sosich akane sabaen batiemisiek ang'wan ak kijanaek chetakomengech ko niton nekaboiboendi ak aker lainit kochokto.
Siami betutab raini atilteonchini my dad nekikopotesan, yani kikobet kamang'unet, lakini ko ngisip konyo sehemu ya Kericho so keker kele kongoi kot mising amun kabwatutiet nekobwat kot mising.
Kong'eten county nebo Kericho, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
En komosta age chitab Kalenjin ko kakisuldae tuyet nebo public participation eng taonitab Nakuru kotinygei ak ng'atutiet nebo karisiek nenaat mising kou automotive bill ole kamwa ofsaek kobun kibagengeitab Kenya Manufacturers Association kole bilinoto komawechei alet koboto ibunetab karisiek chekikeboisie eng emotinwekab sang ak karisiek chelelach chekichobune emoni kobate wendi kokochini boroindo biikab emoni kolewenjigei karisiek chemakchinigei. Kaibu reportit noto sirindenyo nebo logoiwek Sylvester Rono.
En tuyonoton bo public participation kakiyai en taonit nebo Nakuru kokaimutu biik anan kaituyo biik chetinyegei ak sekta nebo loiset ak chobetab karisiek anan automotive kowendi bilinoton kokonoptoi sekta noton kou en ng'alalet nebo Jackson Mwambua kobun kibagengeit nebo Kenya Association of Manufacturers.
Kenya particularly has been held back on the automotive sector since the era of Moi when we had the Nyayo car. And now the bill given a very strong boost by the National Automotive Policy, which was passed by the Parliament in 2022, which found that there are quite a number of areas that requires an overhauling act of Parliament to actualize the envisioned support policies and provisions in the policy.
Kamwa kole bilinoton ikochin boroindo biikab boror kolewen koib karisiek en emotinwekab sang anan ko chekakichobe en emoni.
We have assured the citizens that that this bill is going to promote the parallel business, that is used vehicles and new vehicles that will be assembled or manufactured here. And like I've informed you, 80% of motorcycles are made in Kenya. Locally assembled, and this has given Kenyans opportunity to buy a new zero mileage motorcycles. So at a point, I'm very sure it will give opportunity to Kenyans to weigh between importing a secondary vehicle and a locally assembled vehicle.
Kamwa ofisayat kobun kibagengeit nebo nechigili kororonindo nebo tuguk anan KEBS Engineer Josephat Bangi kole bendi kolumdo en taunetab kei nebo kenyit nenyone kebeberta nekichigilen karisiek chekikeboisien akoyobu emotinwekab sang en komosto nebo Naivasha.
I want to inform the public that Kenya Bureau of Standards has completed the Motor Vehicle Inspection Center that is domiciled at Sesa, Naivasha. And beginning of the new year, we are encouraging destination inspection. Those people are importing used vehicles. We are encouraging that then destination inspection be done, and the KEBS has set up a state-of-the-art facility which will be then provide inspection of used vehicles before they can then be accepted for use in this country.
Yenye imekuja ile yenye haitumii mafuta. Kwa sababu gani?
Kuna wengine wenye kupata hiyo pesa ya mafuta ni ngumu, so wanaleta ile yenye inaweza saidia almost everybody. So officers, what I'm trying to request ni, with the public participation, it is good for us to go word by word.
Kongeten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Kongeten Nakuru chitab Kalenjin ketokyinigei county nebo Bomet ole oret agenge nebo kekirinda yautik chebo yatitaetab tibik anan female genital mutilation FGM eng county noto bo Bomet kokonyor tibik cheite 400 kobun sub county nebo Bomet East konetisiet nebo konasenet nebitu kosubkei ak yautik choto bo FGM. Konyor tibik choto konetisiet nebo tuguk cheterter eng tumdo nelel nekokiyai eng sukulitab Koibeyon Secondary nemite komasata bo Bomet East ole kakicher biikab emet koistogei yautik chekikosir kasarta cheweche mising bandab tai nebo lakwet ne chepto. Kinyoru Festus Rono ak ripoti noto eng koindo.
Asikikimit somanet nebo lakwet ne chepto konyolu kiisto yautik chebo yatitaetab tibik en emet. Niton ko kosubkei ak Emily Korir ne ine ko taunindet nebo kibagengeit nebo Pet Foundation nekamwa ine kole manyolu komaityi somanet lakwet ne chepto amun en yatitaetab tibik anan FGM.
My names are Lady Emily Korir, OAM, from Australia. I am the CEO of BT Foundation. Together we can. We have been doing Tumdanelel program for girls since 2015. We have saved over 5,000 girls, and we actually got an award in New York for that. The impact of our program is beyond. That's why we continue to do. Many girls are finishing school now. No more school dropouts. No more early marriages. Girls are understanding that education is the only equalizer.
Kangololi ine e sukulitab Koibeyon Secondary nemiten en ward nebo Kembu en Bomet East en igorto nebo kamangunetab lagok che tibik cheite 400 ne en kasarta nebo wikit agenge kokonyor konetisiet en tumdo ne inegen nebo tibik nebo tumdo nelel nekoindochi inendet.
2,000 girls stand up. 2,000. The need is dire here. The county has to work with us, please. As the president said, private and public participation will move this country forward. So let's partner and let's save our girls. Today we've saved 400 girls. We wanted to do more, but funding. So if the government can see the need here, especially in Bomet, please, let's do this. It's for our children. It's our tomorrow. They are our leaders. They are our tomorrow's leaders. They are the leaders of this county. And if we do this for them, you educate a girl, you educate a village, you educate a village.
Britney Chebet ko ambassador en ngwony nebo Pet Foundation nekamwa ine kole miten tai en boriet nekitokyin yatitaetab tibik kole en kasaraton komwa ine kole kaikochi tibichoton 400 tuguk cheboisien yan kait kasarwek chebo arawet en chepto.
What comes to my mind when I think of FGM is definitely my grandma's story, because when I first heard that story I thought to myself I must make a change, and here we are today in that change. And what we're doing today is so powerful, and it's just so great to see such a powerful movement here in Kenya. So in the pack it comes with the underwear and sanitary products, and it definitely helps the girls in this location, because it's impossible for them to purchase or to even get access to these things, which then they miss school, or it's just a tough time. So for them to have access to these things for a year, it means everything becomes now easier for them, and they can focus on school and their family.
Yeah, and also the pads you saw, we brought actually new generation pads. They are reusable, so they are able to wash them and reuse them again next month. So they don't have to worry about pads anymore because these are reusable. They came from China, made specifically for this program.
Kosubkei ak Maureen Chepkemoi ne ine ko Country Director nebo Pet Foundation ko konyor kanetisiet tibichoto neyamat ne agenge ko nebo imandanywan kirindaetab kanyaliletab kwonyik en kwenutab alak.
It is not all about alternative rites of passage to me, but I want to see a girl as a whole, not only excelling in education, but I would also want a girl to be sane in the mind.
Kongeten county nebo Bomet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Kakikoito kurset eng bororiosiek chetesetai koterchindos eng komasta nebo Ang'ata Barigoi ak Lolgorian eng county nebo Narok koboisie ortinwek chebitunotin eng ng'atutikab emoni eng cheng'etab terchinosiek chekotestai kobit eng kwenung'wai cheboto namunetab mbarenik, kamwa Governor nebo Narok County Patrick Ole Ntutu koboto MP nebo komostab kot neking'ate ng'atutik nebo Kilgoris Julius Ole Sunkuli kole manyolu eng kandoikab bolotet kobe meng'ikab komoswechoto kotestai ak boriet nekokoibchi kobet sobonwekab biik lau ak imanda biik alak chechang eng meng'otosiekwai.
We have agreed here with the leadership that we are going to hold a meeting in Narok of the leaders from the Kipsigis community and also from the Syria Maasai community and also the Kissis who lives in those areas. And we have already contacted those leaders, and we are going to discuss what is the cause of all this infighting. Because for a long time, we know that the land has been the issue. But these people have been living here together peacefully without any problem. There is a small problem that we are trying to sort out, whether there are people who are coming from outside to come and incite the people who have always been coexisting, been living together without any problem. And it has started about 2 weeks ago, and it has now escalated to a proportion that we don't want it to go on. But I want to assure the people of Ang'ata Barigoi, I want to assure the people of Lolgorian, and I want to assure the people of Keyan ward, because those are the wards that have been affected, that the government has taken initiative, both the county government and the national government, through the security team, that the county commissioner is already on the ground, and the entire security team is there, and we have been advised, myself and the county and the MP for Kilgoris, Ole Sunkuli, and the MCS here, that we should not go there where there is a lot of security operation. But for us, as the leadership here in Kilgoris and in Transmara in general, we have decided that we are going to have those leaders meeting to resolve this issue once and for all. And let me just be telling our people that this infighting will not help anybody. If you have issues to do with the land, there are structures in government that you can address your issues.
Let the issue first and foremost be treated as a security issue. And the other underlying issues, we will go and address them in the meeting which has been called in Narok by the governor. So that the security issue is to calm the people. Yes, this area of Lolgorian and all this area up to Ang'ata and this Ngararo, people are changing their warfare into guns. And this is really becoming a bit of a threat, because when they are fighting each other, they are going to use those guns against each other. When the fight is cooled, they will be using it for against even their own families. And it is the responsibility of government now to make sure that people do not arm themselves. And today, the county government, the county security team has come, and they are already on the ground. And they have been assured also that the national government will come on Saturday or Friday or Saturday, so that this thing is dealt with completely. We don't want people killing each other, and I'm very grateful that the governor has already looked after the aid of the people who are living in schools in Sachangwan, Sankale school, as people who are crowding, becoming IDPs in their own territory. And we urge anybody else who has aid, to bring to those people, because all over in Lolgorian people are staying they have run away from their homes. In Angata people have run away, here in Ngararo, Nosaen. So we want people to be helped because they are being displaced by foolishness which we do not know where it comes from.
Ngewektakei county nebo Kericho ole koiboiboiyet ak kakasetabkei eng kokwet agenge nemite komasta nebo Belgut eng county noto bo Kericho eng igorta nebo yatetab kot nebo mengindet agenge netindoi kewelutikab borto nekotech ofisitab National Government Affirmative Action Fund eng kibagenge ak biik chetindoi maket nemie. Kaibu reporti noto sirindenyo nebo logoiwek Robert Siele.
Kong'ololen kokwetab Kiboito en Belgut en county nebo Kericho kasarta nekaindochi yatetab kot nekokitekyi Gideon Kipngeno kobun komasatan en legutab National Government Affirmative Action Fund en usawa kwa wote komwa county MP nebo Kericho Beatrice Kemei kole noton ko agenge en projects chebo ofisinyin.
This is one of the beneficiaries under the Usawa kwa wote program and National Government Affirmative Action Fund that we get 42 million in a year, and this 42 million goes to bursaries and scholarships. It goes to county-wide projects. It goes to women economic empowerment, civic education and administration. So for the county-wide projects, one of these projects is the housing program.
Kosubkei ak county MP ko Gideon Kipngeno ko agenge en biik chebune uinwek kosubkei ak kewelutik chetindoi en borto ole kikotesen tai tetutik chebo teksetab korik en biik chemaimuche ako toreti icheket konyor sobet nekararan.
So ideally in Kericho County we've done over 20 houses under the Usawa kwa wote program, and I'm happy today when we are here. He's not the only person living with disability. We have many others, but they may not have benefited under this housing program, but other programs. For Gideon, it came out very clear that he was living in a store. He was sleeping in a store.
Kosubkei ak Beatrice Kemei kokobois kibagenge ak biik alak chetindoi maket nemie asikosulda noton akoib walet en inendet.
And ideally, in our housing program, we do 2 houses and a pit latrine. But this house is more than 2 houses. It has 4 rooms, self-contained, because the community decided to support this young man. So we wish him well, and it is even his prayer that he will have a very big wedding, the wedding of the year. So we believe 2026, this young man will be married. And we have supported persons living with disability in weddings. One of them is in Kamas.
Kacher biikab emet en komoswek cheterter chebo emoni komong biik chebune uinwek asikonyor toretet icheket en kasarta nenyolu.
And the bathroom, though it is self-contained, we also make sure that the place is okay. And I'm also delighted that in this community, Borborwet Kiboit, we have well-established groups. So today we'll also have maybe support to the 2 major groups who are here.
Kong'eten county nebo Kericho, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Eng kebeberta nebo logoiwekab ureriosietab Kalenjin ko tesetai konyoru mindilok timitab Kenya nemite kabelisiet nebo African Youth Games ne tesetai eng komasta nebo Luanda eng emetab Angola eng betutab amut kokoibel timitab Kenya nebo tibik nebo beach handball mindilet nebo silver ole eng nguni timitab Kenya kotindoi mindilok 17 eng kabelisionoto tesetai neisubi ko ng'alaletab coach nebo timinoto bo beach handball Evans Owino.
Nadhani tumecheza finals na haijaenda vile tumetaka. Tumelose 2-0 against our rivals, but tuko sure kuwa kuna mistake ndogo ndogo ambayo tumefanya, ndio maana wakatushinda by 2-0. The first match walitushinda 2-1, but this match walitushinda 2-0. Nadhani ni some mistakes tu ambazo tumefanya tuka lose. Nadhani first half wasichana wamecheza vizuri, but second half tumecheza vibaya sana. hatukucheza vile tulikuwa tumeexpect, nadhani imetokana kupani. Wasichana wamekuja ka lose morale kulingana ile first half vile imeenda, but tutapick from hapo. Next championship tutaenda tutajirecollect, tukienda next championship nadhani tutakuwa recruit more players katika team na tutafurahisha Kenya. Wasichana hatuku expect kama tutapata hii challenge, tukata jua itakuwa tu game rahisi, but kuna vitu moja mbili tatu tumelearn. Kitu ya kwanza nadhani timu yetu haiko na speed vile, so tuenda work on kwa speed, tuenda work on pia kwa ball handling na decision. Yaani game ilivyoisha walikuwa emotional, walikuwa nalia, so kwa sasa hatuwezi ongea nao, lakini the moment watatulia tutaongea nao, tutatuliza. Ndo next time wakiingia uwanjani wajue au ni wababe na si tu wame lose, but pia au ni machampion.
Ako yetajitab Kalenjin ko kakeilet nebo logoiwekab emet eng koindo kong'ete studio nebo Kass TV eng saishechu. Kainenyu ko Bernard Koech, amakun kit age tugul nemie testai ikere Kass TV amu kimnatet naet.